So here's an interesting one. Reincarnation. When we reincarnate, I believe that we reincarnate and we have different lifetimes. We have, obviously time doesn't really exist, so it's all kind of going on at the same time, but different places in a dimensional plane, like different locations almost. And I don't see us always continuing through our bloodline of this human that we're in. So I see us having random lifetimes. You know, I live in the UK. We could have lifetimes where we've lived in Africa or India or America or Australia. And, you know, we could have been male, female, all different types of experiences. But I suppose what is interesting is why we have like an ancestral lineage and connection to our ancestors, and why we like feel their love, feel their support, feel their power, feel connection to them, and why we feel like some of our children that come back are part of our family members reincarnated or are sent from our family members. So I suppose it's like differentiating between which lifetimes we've had and where we've been in them lifetimes. I definitely believe that you don't just experience your family bloodline. I do believe that you experience multiple random lifetimes to gain soul expansions and to gain knowledge of the soul. But it is interesting. Someone said to me, but why would we have such a deep connection to his ancestors? And I thought, that is really interesting. Why do we have that? Why do we have that deep, knowing with his ancestors? Is that because we chose this shell for a reason? And we come with all the memory of this shell and the memory of the ancestors of this human shell? Or do we have soul connections? And why do certain children recognise older members of, people in the family, and then look at them and they recognise their souls? So it's like we have soul groups. So are them soul groups then reincarnated all around the world in different tribes almost, like little soul groups placed all over, and that's why you recognise different souls? Or or do we just recognise them because they're from his ancestors' lineage? Is that why we have a recognition and remembrance of them? Interesting.